Greetings, dear viewers. Welcome. Today I have a poem about Bobby Fischer, Boris Spassky, 1972, and Game 1 of the World Chess Championship held in 1972. First, a brief introduction about Robert James Bobby Fischer, widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time, if not the greatest player of all time. And his opponent Boris Spassky was famous majorly for his universal style of play. A lot of world champions can be categorized into a particular playing style, but Boris Spassky was one such exception, where he was considered as a very universal player who could play more or less all type of positions. 1972 World Chess Championship was very important in the history of World Chess Championships, majorly because of the fact that if Bobby Fischer were to win this, he would be ending the Soviet monopoly, which was held for around 24 years. For 24 years, there was no chess player other than the Soviets who had actually taken the crown. So this excitement naturally aroused a lot of public interest. A lot of people were very interested about this match. But Bobby Fischer created a drama of his own because it was very unsure whether he would actually turn up to the game. There were a lot of requests that he made, starting from the chess pieces. The chess board had to be remade based on the request by Bobby Fischer. So a lot of such requests. And after all these things, he also missed the opening ceremony, which was held in July 1st of 1972. And the game also started. The first game was actually postponed, and after 2 days, Boris Spassky made his first move, d4. Then still Fischer was not there in the playing hall, and he arrives there after 11 minutes and then plays the move. So that was the kind of drama that Bobby Fischer created, and a lot of players started to tell that this can be something that Bobby Fischer used to upset Boris Spassky psychologically, but it is very difficult to actually see whether it was actually true. Knowing in hindsight that Fischer has actually won the 1972 World Chess Championship, it may be true, it may not be true as well. The other interesting thing about this game was the way Fischer lost. Fischer actually grabs a pawn on the corner with the bishop when he plays bishop into h2, trapping his own bishop. And a lot of the players started to give their analogies, their explanations, and their reasoning about why Fischer did this. Some told that it was again a psychological ploy, some say that it was overconfidence, and so on. But nevertheless, Fischer actually lost the game 1 of the World Chess Championship of 1972. The other interesting detail about this particular game is that this was also an insight into the kind of openings that Fischer likes. Fischer usually in the Queen's Gambit, standard Queen's Gambit decline, he did not play his bishop to e7. He always insisted on playing bishop to b4, which I'm going to be sharing very soon, the position I'll be sharing. Prior to that, I also wanted to tell you very importantly about what might have transpired Fischer to make up his mind and to turn up for the championship. And I think one possible reason was the fact that it was $125,000 was the prize fund that was allotted for the World Championship, of course, with the percentages to winner and the loser as well. But there was a gentleman named Jim Slater who actually doubled the prize money. He comes and announces that he is going to double the prize money. Probably this might have tempted Fischer to ensure that he does turn up for the championship, and he does come to the championship to play the game 1. He loses it, but nevertheless, the fact that Fischer made it to the championship was a delightful thing for a lot of chess fans. And this is a poem only about the game. So before I get into the poem, some interesting details about the game, as I told. So this is the position that I'm talking about. Fischer usually in this position hesitated to play the standard bishop e7, and he usually went for the solid bishop b4, which is also there in this particular game as well. And yes, this is the important moment where Fischer, if you can just see, he is playing in the black pieces. Here, Fischer plays bishop into h2. This does seem a very calculated move, but it's not. And the bishop is actually trapped. g3 is played, and even though you try to play h5, nevertheless the king is going to come in, and the bishop actually will be lost, and Bobby Fischer lost the game as well. So let us get into the poem then. The chess world waited in bated breath to witness a match of the century. Would this turn out to be a tragedy, with Fischer not arriving in Iceland, carrying on with his own errand? Jim Slater turned the match on its head to spice up things that were planned ahead. He doubled the prize money. Was this the crucial element? One may wonder. This did not turn out to be blunder. The mighty Fischer was in the town, his head itching for the crown. Steering away from bishop e7 in the queen's gambit, which was Fischer's habit, resulting in dynamic play against Spassky, which he thought was the key. Things went from normal to unbelievable when Fischer grabbed the fatal rook pawn. Though the position was almost drawn, was this a psychological ploy or oversight? Answers are easy in hindsight. I hope you like the poem. I'm going to be linking the entire poem in the description, and along with that, the link to the game will also be given. Thanks for your time.